I haven't had you guys in to talk about Supercross season. We're going to look ahead to motocross. Coombs is coming up here. But Christian Craig, Jet Lawrence, Eli Tomac, your 3 champions. All really cool stories, right? Each guy has a neat story. I mean, Jet's going to be the future, right? And he rode great all year long. Christian finally got it done after many people, including me, wondering if he was mentally strong enough, right? Incredible rider. So Christian Craig got it done. And then Tomac, oldest champion ever, 7 wins. I mean, he would have had a few more probably if he hadn't hurt his knee there by the end. But Skip, which champion in Supercross sort of captures your attention the most, do you think? Or was most amazing to you or whatever? So
I don't know. Something about Craig. Craig's story for me just kind of was nice. He's been so close on so many times, and clearly he can ride the shit out of a motorcycle still.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it was Craig.
Yeah. Berloot?
No, I mean, Craig's story is, it's pretty interesting, breaking his back and how he came back and stuff. But, from when he turned pro, the guy was been an amazing rider. I mean, the guy rides incredible. And, I mean, when he was on Factory Honda just a couple years ago, his speed and the way he rides, I mean, I think it was, I don't want to discount his championship, but it's kind of he should have won that. I mean, he should have won that hands down, right?
Well, or he should have had more. Yeah.
Or more. Yeah.
More.
Yeah, right. Yeah. More.
Yeah.
More.
But so what about you then, Tomac?
The story. Well,
like what's
because he moved to a different bike. I don't. They're all got their own story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think to me, Tomac, and I hope he's okay for outdoors. We'll touch on that later. But Tomac, I mean, look, if you told me he'd won some races, he was probably better. I would have been okay, but he was probably better than ever this year. And so for me, that's the real story. Like going to a new bike, better than ever. Personality-wise, he was a better guy, happier guy, and it all came together for him. And so to me, Tomac's the story.
Okay, I love all of that you just said about him, but I haven't heard nobody really talk about in hypotheticals, and maybe you're going to blow me out of the water here, but I feel that if the races that the number 21 wasn't blown off his bike or he had bike problems or whatever, you do some numbers and stuff, and Anderson beats him by 1-2 points.
Yeah. If you add I mean, it's hard to say that, but yes, he threw up a bunch of points on the table.
Anderson,
Berloot's got notes.
Anderson, by the way, his worst finish when he didn't have a situation where he got blown off the bike or a bike problem was 4th.
Yep.
Fourth is where he was running, and his average, the incredible thing to me is, and it doesn't hold a lot of water, but it shows his consistency. 135 laps led to Tomac's 69.
Yep.
That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not here to discount what you're saying about Tomac, and I think it's amazing he jumps on that bike and he's happier.
Yep.
That is really cool.
Yep.
What's that tell you about Cowie? And then this guy goes to
that's just it, right? Like Cowie definitely was getting some flack. Things that Villapoto have said, things that Tomac said. John Tomac came on the show, right? They needed that from Anderson. They showed what a team they were.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they
really
needed it from Anderson.
They did.
Yeah, and Anderson rose to the occasion, right?
Right. The only thing I would say about some of that stuff is, Anderson had a radiator problem, right, after he hit Kenny at San Diego.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Well, we never.
Not from Kenny's deal.
I know.
Dude, the bike, where they hit.
I know, but that's what they told me.
What do you say?
I don't know. I was shaking my head at it,
I would
too.
think you knew.
No, I didn't. No.
Matter of fact, I was going to ask you today, did you know by now?
No. I tried to ask around and get to the story and could never figure it out from anybody. Most likely like mechanic error, and then they just didn't want to. They wanted to cover for the guy, right? For Rado?
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't want
know.
to throw the mechanic on it. I mean, just say what it is. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah.
But if they've done a really good job of concealing it if you don't know.
Yeah, no, I know, right?
But you know damn well, dude, it wasn't because of that contact. You've seen the picture. You probably looked at it a little bit.
I'm with you.
Okay, great.
So some of the stuff that Anderson was doing was self-induced, right? And so there was some of that. He jumped off the track a couple of times. He crashed, at one of the Triple Crowns, right? And all
Triple
that stuff.
Crown, they jumped off the track. That was all on him.
Yeah.
Him hitting his head, getting 2 points.
Right.
That was all on him. But take those away. Keep those in there. And you do the points. You do a hypothetical of what he should have got at Anaheim 1. You could have done a hypothetical on what he would have got at San Diego when his bike broke. You can do a hypothetical on the points that he should have got at Arlington when Mookie took him out. Or no, that was Daytona when Mookie took him out. I'm sorry, at Daytona.
Right.
And then Indianapolis, Barsha took Ando out.
Yep.
Okay.
But to me, yeah, absolutely, you're totally right. You're totally right. And he rode better this year than he did when he won the championship.
He did.
That's without a doubt.
I would for sure.
That's without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Hey, and you know what's amazing? I was in that championship, or I was part of the deal with Brayton.
Yep.
Anderson didn't luck into that, dude.
No.
You don't luck into championships.
No. Yeah, definitely not. No, he rode really well, but this year he was even better.
He was better.
And I think so. And this goes into the outdoor. He's never won an outdoor overall. I think he breaks that.
He never has?
He never has.
He won the first moto of last year, right?
And he's won a couple motos.
Yeah.
He won on a Husky at Glen Helen. I think he breaks that streak this year. I think he wins an overall this summer.
I hope so.
He's riding. I mean, it appears that he's comfortable where he's at.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And going back to what you guys were talking about earlier, you know, I think if he hadn't had the success, then I think you could look at Kawasaki, but. You know, that success right there, I think you just have to chalk it up to the personality conflict or not being happy or whatever that may be. And there's so many variables you can throw at it. You know, if you've been together for a long period of time, you know, things can happen and do some different things. But, you know, I think clearly both of those teams have, proved that our products team are fine.
If Anderson goes to Cowie and has a bad year and the team doesn't do well, there's a lot of questions about Kawasaki
100%.
right now, but all of them are, that's Tomac's bike, so they know that bike well. You know what I mean? They know the bike well. Everything worked. So I think Tomac's are winners for this, and then I think Anderson and Kawasaki are winners too, right? Like, even though they didn't get the championship, they're still.
It's you could easily draw that conclusion. I mean, but there's only one winner, right?
Yeah, no,
Cowie
exactly.
So.
And Tomac rides differently near the end of the series, right? Like, he didn't even ride Salt Lake, so when you look at the points, right? Like, so all that stuff changes a little bit.
Take Salt Lake out of it. Take the rounds. People will say, well, he was in championship mode at Foxborough. He was in championship mode at Denver, right?
Well, anytime after Atlanta, after the knee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They call it championship mode, but was it championship mode or was it the knee?
Well, it can be both, right? It can be both. Because
clearly the injury is going to dictate you changing things.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
Right, exactly.
That's that's the point I'm making. Yeah.
So I hurt my knee, and I got a big points lead. Let's ride this.
No,
thing
but
out.
what I'm saying is you can call it what you want on what side of the fence, you're on. But what I'm going to say is Anderson won those races. Okay, so they can say, well, yeah, because he was in championship mode, and it's like, well, was it championship mode or was it his knee? Which one was it?
Oh, it can be both. Yeah, I think it can be both. Yeah, because if he needs the points, he's going for it, regardless of that knee injury. He's going for it. But because he has the points and he's got the knee, he's checking up.
No, okay, I agree. I agree. It can be both. But what I'm saying is people are going to try to. They're going to try to take that away from Anderson.
I don't. I mean, ultimately, like Skip said, there's one winner, and it's Tomac. Right?
Yeah. Well, it ends up being that way. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
But
I got one question for you, Steve.
All right. Yeah.
Let's
have it.
Is it